unhinged this show was. Alina and Doug put on boxing gloves in the beginning of the show. You're going to have to watch that part.
I didn't even get started yet.
I know, and neither one of them, and I had to cut them off there for a second. We ended the show talking about the, what is it, the income gap in China. So there was a dad who drove his kid to school in a Ferrari in China. I was joking to say I didn't even know they had Ferraris in China, but
of course they did.
Yeah, but Doug's making a good point. There was a lot of extremely wealthy people. Now, this particular dad was a CEO, I think it was, or an executive for a
and the crazy thing, he wasn't making that great of money.
Well, by American standards,
he was making like $500,000.
Imagine if he was dropped off in my F-350.
Man,
God, the pants. I mean, it would have been. This kid, he could have got whatever he wanted that day.
Terrible Chinese joke I was going to make. I'm glad I edited myself on that one. But yeah, the F-350 is a big. Okay, this is serious. My half brother. Okay, you might find this funny, so I'll say this in a nice way. But my half brother went to China a few years ago, and I was like, "So what was it like?" And he goes, "Well, honestly," and he's not that much. He's a couple inches taller than me. Okay, which is not that tall. And he's like, "We were giants." He's like, people were running up taking pictures of us because we were all really big. Yeah. So I was going to joke about your F-350.
Because a lot of people have not even seen, or most children haven't even seen a blonde or a blue-eyed or light-skinned person.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Much less someone who's over 5'5".
My mom actually, my parents lived and they honeymooned in Japan, I believe. But my mom, I don't remember if it was China or Japan or Korea, actually. They lived in all those. But my mom got punched in the face by a man for being a white American woman, and like nobody did anything. He went up and just punched her in the face.
Wow!
And walked off, and everyone else just looked at her.
Yeah,
she's like, you got what you deserve.
They're not fans of America or Americans.
That's not good. Well, we're very different, and so this guy we were talking about that drove the Ferrari with his son. He's an executive for a company, and he made $578,000 US. So it's a good chunk of change, but. I don't. You should make more than that to drive a Ferrari.
I would think so.
But,
why don't we drive Ferraris?
Yeah, I know, for real.
Well, you can. You absolutely can.
You have to spend all my money on the Ferrari. But they didn't say that he lives in a mud hut and parks his Ferrari in a mud garage. But is that terrible?
Oh, man. But I think we all decide what we're going to spend our money on.
Yeah, I'd much rather retire in 10 years and not worry about having
a Ferrari.
Working.
In fact, if I was going to spend a lot of money on a vehicle, which I clearly did spend a lot of money.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I wouldn't buy a Ferrari.
The crazy is when I bought F-50, let's see, 13 years ago, and it cost me $40,000.
Yeah.
Dude, your exact same car is like $85,000 now.
Oh, yeah.
I bought my wife a Range Rover HSE Sport V8, and I
cost less than your F-350.
Half as much. I bought it at an auction for cash, and it was half as much as my
It's crazy how much trucks cost nowadays.
Yeah, but hey,
it's demand. That's all it is.
But think about it. Like the cost of my truck went up 100%.
Yeah.
In 10 years, essentially.
Yeah.
People's pay hasn't gone up 100%.
The technology, I will say though, in these trucks is far.
Okay, it may be far, but it's also, I know my truck, in most other new trucks, it's all computers, and they all go bad. They all have issues.
Yeah. I saw Alina behind me. That's a Range Rover?
Yeah, Land Rover.
Land Rover.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the V6 or the 4-cylinder?
So what, the Toyota one? The Toyota makes Land Rover?
They do?
Do they?
No.
No.
So.
No.
Yeah.
BMW makes Land Rover.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, really?
Back check. Somebody, Gary. Quick.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because I thought it looks exactly like the Toyota. Oh, the Toyota Land Cruiser.
You're talking about the.
Mine's an older one. This is actually, it's a 2010. They don't even make it the LR2.
I thought it was a brand new. It looked brand new.
Brand new. But they don't make that model anymore.
Okay, but it's clean.
Gone.
You kept that thing in good shape.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Somebody
did good.
hit me on the back, though.
Oh, yeah. God damn.
That's not good.
I know.
That's $10,000 right
Probably.
there. Yeah. That's insurance for you. Man, that's okay. Social media, baby. You're good. You're good, Ryan. Unedited, unhinged. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's no beep button on the social media.
Yeah, Toyota makes a Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser. But you're talking about that
Land Cruiser is a bad.
That's a nice. Yeah, it's a very nice vehicle.
Yeah, I like that.
So guys, we're so good on these guests. We keep missing our business tip of the week.
I'll tell you what, though, that was a very interesting topic. I mean, that guy John G. West, you can see he's very smart.
Extremely
very smart guy.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't watched the show,
he was pretty open.
Yeah.
He was opening to answering your questions and listening, and
Yeah, we thought he was going to come in to be a little more hard-nosed on the white supremacy thing and all that, but it wasn't what I thought.
And Ryan hammered down on the white supremacy. He
did. He
doubled and tripled down on it and said, answer this.
He couldn't wait.
Hey, well, it's important to me. It is. I think I think it's important it should be important to all Americans. I feel like it's a left talking point right now more than anything else. I'm
glad he differentiated between the alt-right and the Republicans.
Yes, he did.
A lot of people, at least the media, portrays anyone that goes along with Trump as alt-right.
He basically took all of my concerns and alleviated them.
Yeah. He did.
That's why I was polite.
Yeah,
you were. You did good.
Thank you. I was trying.
Ryan came in half-cocked with boxing gloves on.
Yeah, supposedly if you support Trump, you're alt-right.
I mean, look.
But that's what the media portrays. I mean, it's sad that that's what we deal with.
It is. Yeah. And if you are even a tiny bit of a supporter, you are a racist.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
the media forces us to try to think and feel a certain way.
Who owns the media?
CNN.
Democrats.
Well, really, it's
Democrats.
Democrats. That's a good point. Democrats. Yeah, actually true.
Soros.
They push their own agenda.
Well, so it's not the Democrats don't just own the media. They own academia and they own Hollywood. Right. They own the three major influential factors in American society. Yep. It's a complete domination.
And Google and Facebook, right?
Yeah, they're left. They're far left.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw an article that one of the execs at Facebook and Google
too
are going crazy over this Kavanaugh hearings.
Like an MF in tirade.
Oh yeah, talking about that all white men need to die and horrific tweets that have since been deleted. I mean, we have a real problem in this country right now.
So it's uber divided right now.
It is unbelievable, and the left is trying to paint it out like it's Donald Trump's fault. It's completely not. It's the left's fault. The left is the one dividing this country, and there is no question about it. Nope. And they lie every single day. It is the big lie. And they lie every day, and they have been lying since slavery.
Why don't you write a book, or why don't you create a movie called The Big Lie instead of The Big Short? It's called The Big Lie.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy doing plumbing jobs.
See, that's the problem.
Ditches.
Yeah, we can make a lot of money on that if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the big lie is it's not a new concept. I mean, Dinesh D'Souza. You ever listen to Dinesh? Mm-hmm. Okay, Dinesh D'Souza, you got to check him out. He's one of my favorite lecturers. The guy is he's a brilliant guy. He's an Indian man who immigrated here legally, and he
illegal or legally?
Legally, and he was actually targeted by the Obama White House because he did a documentary that was completely unfavorable to Barack Obama. So he was listed as an enemy of Barack Obama on his FBI file.
Terrorist.
So consequently, they start targeting him and they investigating him, and he actually gave $10,000 through one of his friends and said, "Hey, I've already given this lady the max campaign contribution. Why don't you go ahead? Here's $10,000. Here's $10,000. Now you guys give that money to this person." Okay, there was no quid pro quo. It wasn't a favor he was getting. He just wanted to help out his friend, and this guy's a millionaire. Uh-huh. So he wanted to help out his friend who was running for Congress. So. The Obama White House hymns him up on campaign finance contribution. He gets sentenced to 8 months in prison.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Fined. It's never happened ever before.
I was going to say, one other person's ever been charged on that.
So what do you see? There's a correlation here. The liberals and the left, they actually use the FBI and other parts of the Department of Justice as their lynchmen.
So you brought up earlier, which kind of makes me laugh. So we talked about the whole Kavanaugh thing, and the FBI supposedly did their investigation. Well, you would think of the FBI being the way the media portrays it is that they're on the Democrat side because of all the Hillary thing. Well, clearly they exonerated him. So it kind of goes against what everyone says.
No, that's actually completely incorrect because the FBI did an investigation. There's nothing to investigate.
I don't think a weak investigation is an investigation.
If I say, "Hey, I went to a party," okay, my friend Doug Ford was there, and the police they interviewed Doug Ford, and Doug Ford says, "I wasn't there."
And you said I was there.
And you
said Alina was there.
The investigation is over.
Yeah,
if you
they
cannot
had nothing to investigate.
The story,
but the thing is that's not true, though. You have an entire school of people.
No, there was not an entire school of people.
No, the school.
That's your problem. Is you're not an investigator because when you have an investigation, you don't just go to one person. You go to the entire school and you interview everyone in the school on both sides because there's hearsay back and forth.
Right,
there's people that were there. There's people that weren't there.
Hearsay doesn't prove anything. First of all,
You're innocent until proven guilty. If you go to
they haven't proven him, but you
they
totally
haven't
went off
proven him
topic.
guilty either.
My point was, I feel like the FBI, they basically said he was innocent. They did the investigation.
Well, they said that there was no evidence to move forward on an investigation.
If you're a Democrat before, you wouldn't agree with the FBI. So I'm saying that they basically went against what everyone said.
But what Ryan's saying is, if you have an accusation and you name 4 people, and they start with those 4 people, and none of those 4 people corroborate your statement,
none.
Why would you continue with the investigation?
You don't keep going.
You're presumed innocent, is what I'm saying. In this country, you're presumed innocent. So why am I going to keep fighting to make you guilty?
Yeah, you don't. Unless you're Robert Mueller.
Because people see, this is what you don't understand. The government doesn't, like, even when you get your background, your background clearance, they go after you and they say, okay, name 3 other people. And then they go after more people. So there's a web of people that know more information. That's what I'm trying to say. An investigation takes more than 1 day or a week because there's a web of people that know all about this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't even think they had enough of that to even move forward to go on more of a web.
So even if they did,
you're the FBI. You knew.
I don't disagree.
Don't make statements you don't know about. That's the thing.
These aren't statements I don't know about.
You're making assumptions.
These aren't even assumptions.
Yeah, they are. You just said there are not enough people that know about it.
But here's
because they would have been coming forward more.
Exactly.
And there were people that came forward. There's more reports saying that why wasn't I investigated? I knew about this.
All right, let's just say, for instance.
Do you want me to research that and prove to you?
No. Here's
good radio.
Look, here's the point. If imagine if something happened at your high school, okay, not even though it was 25 years ago or however long it was ago that you were in high school, okay, and there was gang rapes going on, okay, and it was a known thing. It was a known thing. Do you really think it would have not come out by now? There's a 0% chance that if people were being drugged in gang rape,
well, gang rape is a little different.
It would be a known thing.
Gang rape that's a lot different.
Yes, but this is what we're talking about. I mean, the fact that this is even being discussed is a joke. Look, I mean, I think the Democrats have just completely fabricated this out of thin air.
It was.
And they did it to completely destroy a man and his family.
Because they know once he gets on the bench, it favors the Republican side.
Sure.
I mean, this
Guys,
goes more than...
You have to remember, the burden of proof in America is not on the defendant, it's on the accuser.
Yeah.
Yep. They have to prove. I did not like that Trump said he was proven not guilty. He should not have said that. He should have said he was not proven guilty.
Yeah. He wasn't proving anything.
He was proving nothing. But look, here's the lesson. Guys, let's take a lesson from this. Hopefully the Democrats take this lesson, okay? If you've got evidence of something and you want to find it,
bring it up right away.
Bring it up.
Yeah. Right away.
Bring it up.
Right away.
To Doug's
right
point, Doug's saying, I wanted a longer, more thorough investigation.
Yes, and it makes it appear that it was a hit job.
Well, yeah, because they held the information for how many...
Where's my silencer sound thing?
For 2 months.
Was it 2 months or 2 weeks?
They waited until the eve of the vote.
And I'm... Right. Yeah, exactly.
Clearly,
exactly. I mean, it's a hit.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, guys, social media segment. No business tip for you this week. The business tip.
Why are we all already done?
We're already minutes over our social media thing.
My God,
Gary's just
wait until they kick us out of here.
right now.
No, Gary's time. Are you timing our social media? How much time do we have social
10
media?
10 minutes.
Do 12 minutes. I do 10 to 12 minutes.
10 to 12?
How long
so we got 2 minutes? All right, let's go.
Yeah. So you're saying we got 10 minutes?
No, we're done.
10 more minutes.
No, and I also just want to say something that's driving me crazy is all these women that are on Christine's side just because she's a woman. I can't stand that. That's driving me nuts. Okay,
I don't think it's women that are just on her side. I think there's many women that have been in that situation, and now it's bringing that out.
That's different. Okay, but...
why is that different?
A lot of women have accused men of things that they didn't do.
Don't you think, shouldn't there be a time?
I always thought there was statute of limitations, but I think in Maryland there's not.
There is none. Exactly. In some states it's 2 years.
Call your friends.
So 35 years ago, sorry, but